Dr. Gochee checking in with you today. I shared with you all on my very first video segment that I was starting a wellness journey, a health and wellness journey, because I have neglected myself and have gained some weight and have gotten lazy when it came to being healthy. And that's not good for someone, I believe it's not good for someone in my profession to be overweight, and because that's a sign of being unhealthy. Well, I have my favorite t-shirt on, and my favorite thing is I bake and I know things. That's what I do. I bake and I know things. And there's a lot of truth to this. This shows my quirky humor that some people are blessed to actually see. A lot of people don't. And a lot of people who know me know I like to bake. I like to bake a lot. It's one of my favorite things. It's my favorite pastime. It's my favorite stress relief. It's my favorite way of showing I care about a person. There's another quote I saw on Facebook: if I like you, I bake for you. There's a lot of truth to that. When I first started into practice back in 2004, my very first Thanksgiving in Colorado, I was away from family, and it was the first time I took an extended stay away from my practice. It was a 4-day weekend. Had no family, had nothing else really to do, so I baked holiday treats that whole weekend and had it at the office. And my patients the following year were asking where the holiday treats were, because it became very much a thing of Christmas time, where's Dr. Gochee's treats? And my patients who were at my first practice, which was in Craig, Colorado, know how much I enjoy doing that. They also know how unhealthy those treats were. So my goal during this is to find healthy recipes that help you and also help me. So the first recipe I'm going to review is a Dr. Gochee creation. These are some healthy muffins that took almost a year, maybe 2 years to create. It was from, the original recipe was an oatmeal nut bread recipe that I kept tweaking and modifying and making it healthier. Back when my child was 2 years old, they went through a stage where they didn't like to eat much stuff, started becoming a picky eater. And not wanting to fight with my child about what to eat, I tried finding quick, easy, healthy things to do, and I knew this oatmeal nut bread you could turn into muffins, but I didn't like how much sugar was in it. It had 2 cups of sugar in it, the original recipe. And I was like, this can't be it. I mean, it was just like, sugar and flour, and yes, it had oatmeal, and yes, it had nuts, but I was like, man, this just is a lot. So I started cutting back the sugar. And then I was like, need to try getting some protein in this kid besides just the nuts. So I had a protein powder that I was taking, and I just took a couple scoops of that and threw that in. And tasted good. Cut back more sugar. Then I cut back sugar almost completely, threw in some bananas, threw in some applesauce, and then I put in some honey, and really came up with a really good, healthy recipe that is now I turn it into muffins. I have some with me today, baked fresh, because I needed something to eat this morning. Breakfast seems to be a hard meal for me, and I think it's because I personally don't like thinking about food. I want food to be fast, taste good, and simple. I don't like thinking about it. So breakfast is the first thing in the morning. I don't want to have to think about it. So I made up little mini muffins, baked them up this morning. The recipe's pretty simple. I'm going to have it up on my website. And in here, I used gluten-free flour. I also used raw honey. I used ripe bananas, and I used applesauce, but I used unsweetened applesauce. That kind of gave me the bulk of my sweetness. Then I used two powder supplements from a company called NutriWest, which you can contact me, or if you're not in the Grand Junction area, you can contact maybe a chiropractor near you and ask about the PhytoRenew powder, which PhytoRenew has a lot of the healthier phytonutrients made from different fruits, and it's a green powder. And then the Complete Paleo, it's a protein powder. Now, if you don't have those, that's fine. You can even try putting a collagen powder in there, or if you have your own protein powder on the shelf, try that. It's okay. I've used lots of different protein powders in it, but I found I like the NutriWest ones the best because they don't change the flavor. And then this recipe originally started with regular white flour. I have switched it to where I use gluten-free flour, and I just grab an all-purpose gluten-free. It doesn't matter which one you use. Some people, they'll use an almond flour. I have to be careful about almonds. If I eat too much almonds, it causes inflammation in my body. I know almonds are supposed to be anti-inflammatory. Not for me. Then there is also then one thing, my sister, who's really good at gluten-free baking because she had some kids with some severe food sensitivities, I believe even celiac issues, she taught me that if you want to, gluten-free products need to have egg to act as a binder. This recipe does have egg in it to act as a binder because my child would like crumble the stuff and it'd fall apart, so I need stuff to hold on to. You can leave the egg out. That's quite all right. I have put flax and chia seed in there. If you let it sit, it will help with binding the product a little bit more. I use butter. I like butter. You don't have to use butter. You can use any other type of an oil, like coconut oil, or you can use ghee. But you want to have good fat, okay? And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, butter's terrible for you. No, butter in proper moderation is good, okay? And I can make up over 48 of these mini muffins. So it's not like you're getting a lot in there. And I chose to use pecans for the nuts in there. So this recipe, which is going to be shared in the link and it's going to be shared on my website, has a lot of good high nutrients in here with the chia seeds, the flaxseed, the pecans, or you can use walnuts. I prefer pecans. I use raw honey, all this good nutrients. This really helps feed and fuel your body. And yes, they're gluten-free, but some people are like, oh, I can't do oats or oatmeal. Well, try it without. I like it. I go and buy the gluten-free oatmeal, and I use that in there. So just play around with it. That's one thing. You take a recipe that you like, and then you add or take away from it. It's okay. This is the joy of baking and the joy of cooking, is trying to find what fuels you. And not just your body, you gotta fuel your soul. And that's what's the joy about it. At least that's what I enjoy from it. And I hope you do too. Some of these reviews are gonna be here at my office, which is where I'm at right now. Some may eventually come to be in the home. What I'm wanting to do is help you, which is also helping me, to find good food that can be done fast and easy. And these muffins, super fast and easy. Baked them up this morning. It took me a total of an hour to get the entire batch done. But now I have breakfast for at least a week and a half. Yay! Because breakfast was really hard for me last week since I started this cleanse. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to be digging through some of my cookbooks. I have a cookbook that I was looking through this weekend that I was trying to find a breakfast item because breakfast is really hard for me. And I had it open and the book fell to close. One of the breakfast items, first thing in page, I looked at it. I'm gonna share it. I'm not making this for breakfast. Not gonna happen. That is buckwheat blintz with smoked salmon and spinach. Another one is grain-free lemon blueberry pancakes. I don't have time to make those in the morning either. Then there is a green egg dish. And but I am gonna try these. These are orange blackberry almond scones. So I'm gonna try those over the weekend. There's probably only one, maybe two breakfast items that was actually reasonable to do because I like to make something beforehand so I can just grab it easy. Not everyone, a lot of people want fast, easy, on-the-go meals. That's why there are these instant breakfast shakes or these instant smoothies. You can only do so many of those so much. Also, a lot of that stuff has refined sugars in it, extra preservatives, extra toxins that your body has to detoxify, which can gunk up your liver and your kidneys, and then they don't work well, and then you wind up getting inflamed. So I try to stick with all natural, organic, as much as possible with doing my baking, and I try seeing how easy it is. And there may be some items that I'll review that don't taste good. There might be some times when I might do a review on some cooking products or cooking accessories or items. I love my pressure cooker, my electric pressure cooker. I actually own two from two different companies. I might do a comparison review on both of those and give you some other ideas on how I can help you make your life easy as I learn to make my life a little bit easier too. Hope you enjoy this. Check out my website where the recipe will be, and I look forward to sharing more recipes and reviews with you. Enjoy. I know I am too.